So in label C, what we actually see in label C here is the situation where you actually have the data back. I've given you a printout from SPSS here of the raw data, and it actually shows the 4 subjects. Take a look at that data. Does it look like I'm getting data that agrees with the hypothesis? Yeah, you would probably say yes here. Subject 1, organized 20 versus 12. Subject 2, 18 versus 9. Subject 3, 16 versus 6. And subject 4, 14 versus 3. Looks like a huge advantage for the organized over the random. The neat thing about the within subject design is that each person serves as their own control. So the fact that subject 1 did 8 better with organized, subject 2 did 9 better, subject 3 10 better, and subject 4 11, each subject serves as their own control, and so that really is a huge advantage of a within subject design. You basically remove something called individual differences, the fact that one person starts off doing better and then the other people doesn't really matter. It's your own control here, so you can really compare yourself just to where you start out. The fact that subject 4 starts out very low at 14 and subject 1 starts at 20 doesn't really matter here. What matters is the relative difference. So within subject designs, remove individual differences. So with letter D here, we see an example of SPSS output, and hopefully you can map this to what the raw data says. SPSS does the whole data for us. It shows us that the mean in the organized was 17.7. The mean in the random was 7.5. That's pretty good news, isn't it? That's like a 10-point difference. 4 people in the organized, 4 in the random. It gives you the standard D and the standard error of the mean, which is very small. So hopefully you can figure out that the means are pretty large and pretty different. If we go down to the second table, you can see that the treatment effect is pretty large here. 9.5, that would represent the numerator to the t-test. The denominator, the standard error of the mean, is 0.64. Good news as well, the t-test result, 14.717. It's a pretty large t-test. Degrees of freedom 3 because you have 4 people. And then notice the probability, 0.001. The probability of getting this result due to chance is 1 out of 1,000. This would be considered statistically significant. And hopefully you could write this out in an APA statement saying what? T with, what would it be? T of 4. Let me write it out as I type here. T of 4, or T degrees of freedom 3 equals 14.717, comma P equals 0.001. And what would be the real world conclusion? Yeah, that people have better memories when the word list is organized. So that's the nature of that particular situation. So hopefully that makes good sense to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.